Hello there everyone, my name's Ayumu Kagami, and this is going to be a quick review over XSplit Gamecaster and Broadcaster. I have used several other recording devices before, and I just wanted to give my opinion on this one. And the game in the background, just in case you're wondering, is Shovel Knight. Now, I definitely like the way that it is set up. Right now I'm using XSplit Gamecaster to capture this, and I stream using XSplit Broadcaster. I absolutely enjoy the simplicity of the Broadcaster. I'm sorry, the simplicity of the Gamecaster. It makes it so I can throw up a camera, or throw it down. I don't have to worry about editing it in or anything. And as a man who hates to edit, that is fantastic for me. Also, if I had a logo that I wanted to have up in the corner or something like that, I could easily throw that up as well. It's very simple. And if you're doing a video where you actually want to demonstrate something along those lines, something like you want to show the health bar or something, you can actually like draw on it, which is fantastic. But I'm going to throw that down because I don't need that up there. Which works out pretty nicely. It's not something I would ever use, but it's a nice feature. Being able to throw in a camera or throw off a camera is fantastic. I like being able to use the camera when I want it, when I don't. For some games, you just don't need a camera, and then other games, like horror games, you absolutely want a camera in there for the reactions, but you don't always want to have to edit it in. You can make it'll make your files larger, and everything like that. Speaking of larger files, this is one of my favorite things about the Gamecaster, is that it doesn't have gigantic files. Now this is being recorded at 720p, so it's HD. It's not the most HD, it's not 1080p, but it's still a good size. I used to use Fraps a lot to record. Fraps is very large file sizes, like a couple minutes is a couple gigabytes. This, a 40-minute video is a gigabyte, which is much more reasonable. And this is at 720p, so it's not like I'm doing it at a very low file size. So I enjoy it for that aspect of it. Excuse me. And it records sound fine. You can choose different things, and if you like, from the Gamecaster itself, you can actually stream from it. And speaking more of streaming, I prefer the Broadcaster for streaming because it gives you more customability. You can have different scenes. I think there are, I don't know, I apologize about not having an exact number. There are many different scenes you can have. I personally don't use scenes, but if you'd like, you can switch between game from game just by using the scene switch. I typically switch my game on the fly, so I don't personally use it. But if you want to set up scenes, you can have different overlays. Like for my off-screen overlay, you can have it right there. So you just click scene transition, and bam, you have your scene up. Also, if you like, what you can do is have it set up so you just have different layers, which is how I prefer to do it, just based on layers. And that works fine. You can also set hotkeys. I don't typically use hotkeys for much. When I'm recording, I hate not having hotkeys. I just want to push a button and get right into the recording. Because elsewise, I usually wind up having to have a bit of delay or on a pause screen. I can't just jump in, and that's something that bothers me. Now with the Gamecaster, I don't have to worry about that. It's just right there. So it's very enjoyable for me. I love it. I used XSplit when it was free, so I used the minor version of it. Right now I'm using the full version, so I'm able to use the Broadcaster as well and everything, and have the customization on different frame rates and everything like that. Now for setting the quality on it, it's very simple. You just set the quality how you want. I've used other things that based it on your screen resolution, which I think may be a more proper way to set resolutions, but I'm a simple guy, give me a simple answer. If it needs to be in 720p, just lie to me and say it's 720p. Don't tell me it's 792 or something. I have a 1080i monitor, so everything is all janked up for me. I don't like it. Now, out of those things with it, there are some problems, and I'll address those right now. With some things, you have to constantly reset them. I speedrun The Binding of Isaac fairly frequently, and when speedrunning The Binding of Isaac, you need to turn the game off and on multiple times. And with the with the timer I have in the game, it sticks for the whole thing, so I never really need to turn it off. But for the game itself, since it is not considered an actual game, it doesn't capture the resolution as well. Now, there's a way you can get around it by just remembering where you're placing the game. Like, if it opens up, where it opens up, always have the thing registering it in that window. I personally like to move it off to the side, which makes it harder for me. It's something I'm doing to myself, but every time I close it down, I just have to reopen the window and select the screen region, which is no problem. I also appreciate the fact that it doesn't, as soon as I close the game, it doesn't register that as a window anymore. So I've enjoyed it very much. Using it, the servers, and this is something that I've had a problem with other capturing devices. Other streaming devices. I never seem to have a problem with dropped frames on XSplit. Sorry. OBS, I seem to have a lot more problems with it. Now, I understand that XSplit is a device that you have to pay for, or a program that you have to pay for, so that makes sense. But at the same time, I'm a simple man. I want a simple answer. Is it going to work better, or is it going to work worse? And I really like the way that it seems smoother. The servers seem better. I'm never dropping frames because of it just randomly dropping frames on me. If I'm dropping frames, it's because my internet is bad. And I'm okay with that. That's because of my internet. It's not the program that's messing up and ruining it for me. Which is something that I do not enjoy when it's the program's fault. If it's my fault, that's fine. But when it becomes the program's fault, I have a problem. And with it, it has very simple things. With the Gamecaster, you can stream it as well, which is fantastic. It has very simplistic layouts, which is good for if you're a newcomer to it. You don't have to worry about a million things. Which, I mean, who doesn't want to not have extra things to worry about with the broadcaster? I just personally enjoy it more. The sound settings seem fine. It allows you to pick a custom thing. You can have face cams in it. It'll auto pick up on those. There are no problems using Skype with it as well. I know there are some devices that mess with it when you have Skype on as well. And that bothers me, because if I'm playing a multiplayer game, I want to be able to talk to people. So I enjoy that thoroughly. It's a very good program. If even the free version, I used it a lot before, and now I'm currently using the paid version. Recording games is very simple. There's a magical button called it pauses the recording, but it doesn't change the fact that it's one recording. So it basically just hits pause and edits it together for you, which is something I haven't seen in a lot of devices. Because, if, for instance, you have a cat or a dog that's making a lot of noise, you don't want that in the video. That's very unprofessional. Well, okay, unless it's a cute cat and you can be seen, but, that's something else. That's just, YouTube fame is get kitty cats in your videos. So you can pause your gameplay if you need to backtrack. I don't like editing my videos together because I'm lazy. I'm not gonna lie, it's just because I'm lazy. But having that extra editing process, can make files larger, can waste extra time. It's very simplistic. I can just stream right here. Just click one button and stream from the Gamecaster, Broadcaster. You click a button, it saves your account in it, so there's no problems with it. For anyone, it's a very low cost. If you're serious about streaming and want a recording device, that's also very good. It can also save your streams automatically. That way you don't have to worry about, I stream at a lower quality because my internet isn't very good. But I could record the stream as well and not have to worry about frame drops or anything as much. And I could record it at a higher quality, doing both at the same time. if you have an internet that can handle it. I really like the XSplit Gamecaster and Broadcaster. For recording, the Gamecaster has worked fabulous for me. I'm recording this in it. It actually shows you the FPS up in the corner, but doesn't overlay it into the video, which some other devices will, which, I don't want that. I want to see the FPS. I don't want you to see the FPS as a viewer. I think it's a fantastic peripheral game capture device. Absolutely give it a look. It's $5 a month. It's really low priced. I think it's $15 for 3 months, so that way you don't have to worry about it for a little while. Have to worry about things coming out of your account more often. So, give it a look-see. You can try the free trial. I think the only negative thing about it is that you have to wait a little bit. Like, I think it's like a 10-second window of waiting for it to say, you know, whatever, that you could buy this, woo, and then you click it, and then you can use it fine. It does have a free version. Give it a look-see. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. Even if you're only going to try it out a little bit, try it out. It's just so good. I highly recommend it. It is my favorite streaming thing that I have used so far. To do a quick summary, recording on it is fantastic and simplistic. You can throw up pictures or anything. You can draw pictures on it to show where something is. You can throw your camera up if you want. You can take it down at any point in time, like if someone's in the background, if you need to stand up, something along those lines. Quick couple clicks of the button. If you want to just adjust the audio in-game right now while you're streaming but don't want to click out of the game, you just hit Control-Tab. You can turn down the volume of myself or the game, or I guess you. And, I mean, that works fantastic. It has in-game, you know, controls of each separately, which works very well in case you need to. In case the game gets too loud all of a sudden and you weren't expecting it, you can turn it down very simply without having to click out of the game. I play in windowed, so it's not a big deal, but if you play full screen, it's kind of a big deal to turn it down. You don't want to edit, you don't want to like hit start, go to options, then go down to audio, and then you have to adjust it, but then you have to adjust it back when you're playing it. So being able to adjust it on the fly makes it so you can listen to it fine, but it won't overpower your voice if you have a microphone that makes it come out quieter or something along those lines. Give it a look-see. It's fantastic. The hotkeys are good. The streaming is good. Do it. It's fantastic. I hope you all enjoy this video. There'll be a link to XSplit website down in the description. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more contents, reviews, first looks, gameplay videos from me, hit that subscribe button. It definitely helps out a lot. Leave this video a like, share it around if you want to let other people know my opinions or my review on XSplit. Tell other people about it. It is fantastic. I hope to catch you all again. Thank you very much for dropping by. I hope you all have a fantastic night. Bye!